Yeah, look at that. Yeah, look at that. Yep, this is a Gibson Acoustic. It is a beautiful, beautiful guitar. I saw this guitar and fell in love with it. Um, it is a Hummingbird Pro, and it's obviously got the cutaway here. They make the Hummingbird without the cutaway. I prefer the cutaway since I do some slide stuff up in here. But this is a meaty guitar. It feels solid. It has a great, great neck. Just feels great. The action is great. Still got the medium strings on there. This thing still smells like the case that it came in, with the glue and stuff. Of course, this is made in America. And I've only noticed one thing on it. I think it frets, it's got a one at the fretting out just a little bit, but I'll probably raise the bridge a bit anyway since I'm doing a lot of slide stuff as well. But this guitar sounds great. I compared it to a lot of Taylors and Martins in the Guitar Center. And I did find some Martins and Taylors as well that had a good warm sound because I'm looking for a really old warm tone to it. And the guitar, I picked up this one and it just had a really good warm sound, either with a slide. Again, I play blues, either with a slide or without. And you notice it's just so full and live. Sustain just goes on, and it's obviously you probably won't get a lot of this over the camera, but for the most part, if you were here in this room, it definitely has a great tone. This is what a guitar is supposed to sound like. This is what an acoustic guitar is supposed to sound like, in my opinion, at least. And that's why I bought it, because it does. It sounds amazing. There were some Martins that I think they had the neck was a little better, and I guess that's because it's a smaller size up here. But this one feels the neck. It just feels really solid. Those other guitars, they felt, even though the neck was maybe faster and smaller, it felt like it had smaller gauge strings on it. And I know they use typically the same gauge strings, but this one it just feels like it's hard to describe. It feels and it sounds, it's got a very distinct sound. It was the warmest of all the guitars that I found there, and I'm sure because that's a mahogany. I guess that's what it was, and but it just sounded so good. I was really into it, and I'll give you guys another look here. Beautiful finish on it. They don't always come exactly the same because the brand new one that was in the box, I didn't actually want that one. I wanted the one that was on display because the back here, you could see the wood grain in it. The one that was in the box was really dark. It was just almost like black. You had to really look at it in the light to see what was going on. So you might want to compare a few of them if you're really going to, drop the coin on one of these. But that says it all right there. That's just a beautiful thing, and this is a great guitar. I'm going to have a lot of good times with this guitar, and I would say it's definitely one of my favorite guitars. It's got a tuner built in on it. There you can see. You just click the little button here, and of course you can tune it in there. And I think this is like a noise gate, or stop you from feeding back. And you've got your volume here, and of course your bass, contour, treble, and brilliance. And then down here they've got a contour frequency that you can, and it's got a phase button as well. Of course, there's batteries inside there. I like this also a little more than the Martins because the Martins, I think it was the Martin. They had just the two knobs, and it just I'm kind of old-fashioned. I like simple stuff like this. I can see what I'm doing, and easily on stage you can just pop it up or down depending on how you want your sound. So also played it through a PA up there when I bought it, and it sounds good. It doesn't. I tend to feel that a lot of guitars run through a PA have this really flat, kind of dull sound, but this one stood up for what it is. It definitely had a really good sound going through the PA, and very pleased with this guitar, and there's going to be a lot of cool stuff coming from this. So again, I'm Scott from the 1969s. Check us out.